is up, people, tonight? Welcome to the inaugural Red Hot Racing League here. The inaugural race, the Red Hot 250 at Daytona. A big night tonight, as the birth of this league is about to show off some of the brightest stars of the custom setup league racing, as well as some of the stars that are trying to learn. So, we got some big contenders here tonight. Of course, we got Word Burden, who's been fast. I've seen, if you've seen Xfinity or trucks this weekend, which you should. If you haven't, then you can go watch those on the Red Hot Racing League YouTube. I'll put that in the chat right now. Actually, I gotta get my computer started, but if you haven't seen those races, we've seen a lot of fast cars. We've already had 2 winners this weekend. Word Burden won the Xfinity race yesterday, as well as the truck race that was on Friday went to Toasted. So we've had a pretty great start to our races. The Xfinity race was pretty good. The truck race is pretty good. So we're going to head into the final main eventer here of the weekend, the Inaugural Cup race here at Daytona, the Red Hot 250. As I am here joined by K. Harvick fan, who's been joining us all weekend long. K. Harvick fan, we're coming up to Daytona. This is huge. We all know Daytona is going to be a huge track for drafting. It's going to be a huge track to make moves, and maybe some underdog winners will come to the front. What is the expectation for the first ever Red Hot Racing League race here at Daytona?
I think we all have very high expectations for this race. The truck race, it had its own things. In Xfinity, we got some side-by-side racing yesterday, and some unexpected things happened. We really did, and I expect that and a much larger capacity tonight. But we got to start off first with finding out where everybody's rolling off this evening, and who's going to have to come from the back, who's going to be starting up front, and who's going to be right in the middle of the hornet's nest. And for that, we will head over to the man who's been doing this for us all weekend, your Xfinity winner from last night, Mr. Word Burton. How you doing tonight, Tim?
Not to cut you off, Word, but we're not getting any audio. Yeah, you're not even talking.
I apologize. Let's try that again. So ultimately, the pole sitter for tonight for the first ever Red Hot 250 Toasted Gamers, our winner of the Truck Series on Friday night. He's looking for win number 2 this weekend. Expect him to be strong as he starts in that pole position. Starting off second, myself, Ward Burton, after winning the Xfinity race yesterday. By the way, both Toasted and I were 1-2 yesterday to open up the Xfinity race in terms of the running order. And obviously we know how that ended out. Starting in the third position after not qualifying and winning duel number 1, SW Goff. Starting in the fourth position, our duel 2 winner of T-Glass 19. In the fifth position, the very energetic turbocharger 1829. Turbo is very, very well known for his past in AKA as well as in East Bar Cup Series. He's one of those underdogs that you should really look forward to this season. Starting sixth, the fastest qualifier of all go home guys, Fabico Gamer, although he may have some quote-unquote unapproved adjustments, which will drop him to the back for a start. Starting in 7th will be Asylum. Starting 8th will be Bit Skydiver. Starting 9th will be Josh934. Starting 10th will be Super NASCAR Fan. Starting 11th, Honorary Hades 2. Starting 12th will be Brodozer. Starting 13th, Arca Driver 9, another driver that's very specialized at those super speedway races. Also, in the past, real life raced in the ARCA Truck Series, Russell Henderson. He'll be starting off in P13. Starting off P14, Rybread, another underdog to look for. He'll be in that number 47 Ricky Stenhouse machine. Starting 15th, a driver who locked himself in Duel 1, Material Zero, another go or go homer. In 16th, the driver who raced his way in Duel 2, Holy Nugget, the 22 should be bad fast and very exciting on the track tonight. Captain, we mentioned it last night on the broadcast time and time again. He loves to make that outside work. Will that outside give him a red hot 250 victory? We shall see. Starting 18th will be Horatio Kane 3. Expect him to be up there at the end. Crusher 36 gets his first start of the weekend in P19. P20, OK Sideways, whose duels continue to kill him, but yet he qualifies very well. He'll start out in row number 10. In row 11 in position 21, it'll be Glixen. Position 22, Ha Ha Boog. In position number 23, it'll be 7th Monkey. Stout Whiskey will start off P24. It's Scrotum, if he is showing up, will be P25. P26 will be Drew LMAO. And rounding out the field, if he is to make it in time, will be RHRL.
Indeed.
Nice.
And I gotta ask too, real quick, before you come in here, Tim. Obviously, we've seen a great weekend of racing. The trucks kicked off well. The Xfinity Series did the same. You ended up winning that race. We close out our first weekend of racing here this evening. What do you expect? And real quickly, how do you take the weekend as a whole?
You know, I take this weekend relatively, important. I think that, you go through the first two races, Kevin, and it's going to be tough. Listen, there's going to be, bumps, bruises, whatever, but that's all new leagues at Daytona. But here tonight, you're seeing some of the best drivers here in the Red Hot Racing League. And I'll tell you what, Kevin, I wish you had seen Duel 2 because you would have been very, very excited. Side-by-side racing. Guys were going at it. We saw the high line be relevant. I think tonight's going to be exciting as can be. These drivers are going to go for it, but I think, and most importantly, you're going to see some fun racing. Yes, the bottom line's very strong, but you got to give these Cup drivers a lot of credit. They put in the work throughout the week, and every single one of them dedicated here for tonight. Tonight should be a good one, Kevin.
Indeed. Thank you, Tim. We wish you the best of luck tonight, as well as the rest of the drivers, and hopefully we'll be talking to you later. Again, coming off an Xfinity win last night, going to be one to watch. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, Alex,
Yeah.
we come in here. You raced last night and in the truck race. You've had on track time. You're up here in the booth this time around. You've switched seats with Gavin, who will be on the racetrack tonight. So, obviously, you've been around the racing. We've seen what happens. I can tell you, I know I've heard from the duels, and just based on what I know about the Cup cars, the middle line, and even maybe if some guys are willing to go out there and work it, and I promise you there are a few captain and asylums come to mind, like last night. That middle line is going to be working, and I promise you'll see some side-by-side racing. What are you expecting here?
Well, let me just tell you from my point of view this weekend, it's been basically the back of the field. I didn't have good luck in both of my races, but what I'm expecting tonight, and this is going to be a shocker. I'm expecting more people on the high side. There was a big concern after the Xfinity race and the truck race that the high line wasn't really developing well, and that they weren't getting big runs on that high side to make any real moves. So I'm really thinking on the stuff that Word said during the duels that they have discovered the high line a little bit in the race. I'm thinking that if we can get that high side rolling, we can get some great racing, some good passing. Another biggest problem, and it was the biggest problem in the Xfinity race, it was the checkups. So many checkups in that race because of the bottom line, everybody being a little bit too impatient there at the end, especially there where the cautions flew. But, it's kind of going to be that big battle here at the end of the race where people are going to start getting impatient, and they're just going to start go. So I'm going to really expect the outside lane to work, and when it comes down to the late race end, we might have some overtime, folks. So That's currently what our expectation, at least my expectation. So Harvick,
Just waiting for our Ishikawa to get in, and then I will tell you guys.
All right.
so
All right. So,
Harvick, my
oh,
my
go ahead.
question is, what are you going to be expecting since you've been in the booth for both races? What are you expecting in the race?
Well, obviously we've seen in the first couple of races, cautions have been a little bit of a thing. I expect that to be much less tonight. All this entire Cup field has done very well all weekend in the races they've run, and those that haven't raced yet this weekend have tons of experience doing other leagues and doing other things. This is definitely the highest caliber field out of the three series, and that's not a diss on the lower two series or anybody in those. But this is truly the top level of RHRL, and I promise you, it is for good reason. There's a reason everybody's trying to work their way up to this series, and with that comes great racing and insane moves, all kinds of stuff, especially at these tracks. The one downside, of course, that comes with these places, they're always fun to watch, but the lag comes into play. We've seen it happen in both races prior this weekend. I hope it doesn't factor in too much tonight, but it very well could, and that will be unfortunate. But these guys are smart; they know how to work around that. The other thing is, and we'll get this confirmed, there is a chance, we haven't had to do this all weekend. There is a chance, and I'm not 100% sure on what the fuel and then the laps are. I know it's 100 laps total. I don't know what the stages and that kind of thing are yet. We'll get that as we go. But I'm pretty sure there will be a pit stop at some point in this race if cautions don't prevent that. So, pit road could be an interesting spot if we get there under the green flag tonight, which will be the first time that's happened the entire weekend. So, green flag pit stops, if we get to them, I'll go into more detail. That could be fun to watch as well. A new challenge for these drivers as we start in tonight, opening the RHRL Cup Series.
Yeah, opening up the RHRL Red Hot Racing League tonight here at Daytona. We're getting started shortly. Currently, we're just kind of figuring things out right now for people that are showing up tonight. We got 26 drivers in the field, which is going to be a big race. There's going to be hopefully a lot of contested for the lead. That lead is going to matter here, especially for those stage wins coming down to the stages. 50% tonight, custom setup, of course. The birth of Red Hot Racing League tonight as the first race, the inaugural race. This is very important to all of us and all of the people in the NASCAR Heat community out. Try and welcome new people into custom setup. See new people, especially if you have been in the preset game. I was nervous when I first joined my first ever custom setup league. I did not know custom setups inside and out. I still don't know them inside and out. I know a couple things, but I still don't know them inside and out. But I was scared at first, and we're trying to get new people to come and join. And like we're trying to get new people, to come in and try out custom setups, to try and learn custom setups and be great doing them, and just helping new people also learn racing in general to help them get better and help get new people into the Heat community, into the custom setup community themselves. So RHRL, that's what we are basically based on, is open doors. This is basically an open door policy. Now, getting up to the cup level, you're not going to go up, all the way up in a heartbeat. You're going to have to start in trucks, but that's fine. Starting in a lower level is not going to hurt anybody. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt whether or not we judge your talent base or judge you as a person. No, it's an opening door. There's nothing wrong with being a full-time truck driver in a custom setup league for like 10 seasons and never made an Xfinity start. There's no problem with being the top guy in the league and everybody either likes or dislikes you. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we want great racing. We want everybody to get along. We want to help new people come into the league and learn custom setups and make the community better as a whole. And that's what RHR, or Red Hot Racing League is all about. It's about community, it's about trust, it's about like kindness, it's about racing at the end of the day.
Indeed, and I believe that the shortest way we put it, and the way most of the admins, myself included in that, have kind of worded it in short is you know non-toxic, and that's what we've seen all weekend. And Alex, it's time to load into the race as I'm waiting for my stupid Xbox menu to load. By the way, Tim, are we doing a pace lap off again, or are we just rolling? Okay. Okay. So, guys, again, similar to last night, if you watched, to avoid the time restraints that were caused from Friday, trying to line everybody up manually before the race, we will be rolling off with a pace lap this time around. So, green flag will kick off on lap 2. Alex, before we go here, obviously you raced quite a few of these guys last night. I have my favorites. Who are you picking as an early favorite to win this race tonight?
How can I not pick Mr. Oscar Mayer Wiener, Asylums? How can you not pick that man? That man's fast everywhere. Yes. We cannot. You just cannot. If you don't think he's a contender, then I need to know what's going on, because he's always a contender every week. He's going to be a contender every week in the series to win. I also got some guys that won the Xfinity and truck race, Toasted and Word. They got some experience, and they definitely can race their way. And then I'm going to go with an underdog. You know, somebody who's been running consistent, in my opinion, and somebody who's just been very good throughout all speed weeks. I'm going to pick Captain. Captain was so good in the Xfinity Series race. He got himself to the front. He won stage 2. Didn't win the race. He got caught up in some late race trouble. But he was looking pretty good throughout that whole Xfinity race. I think he's the bigger dog that's the underdog in this whole race. And I think he can be a contender at the front. Now, Harvick, what's your contenders for this race as a commentator looking on throughout the whole weekend?
Well, I like your picks there, and I do agree with quite a few of them. Definitely Asylum's very fast on these plate tracks. He showed it last night. Unfortunately, got caught up in a couple of other things that weren't necessarily his doing, and couldn't really find his way back up. But he was one of those guys, too, that was trying to work that middle line, trying to work that whole pack there, and did a good job of it. Captain is another one. Word is rolling off here with, rolling off a win last night. Led most, if not all, of Stage 3. Toasted, he won the truck race the other night. Led every single lap he ran, as well as quite a few laps in the Xfinity race last night. He's starting on the pole. Once again, got the pole for all three.
Sorry, I think we're having technical difficulties here. Hold on. Yeah. So here we go. We're coming through the trial. We are about to kick off the inaugural Red Hot Racing League when we cross the start-finish line. Here we go. Through the trial. Green flag in the air. We are green for the inaugural Red Hot Racing League race here in Daytona. 8 cars got pushed from the 00 on the outside. 24 did not get a good start there. He's going to leave the bottom open for the 8. 17 pushing the 00. Oh, 8 car already black flag. Gotta get the spot back. He's going to, but the 24's got to run with the 43 on the bottom. 1 car behind the 43. Down the back straightaway here for lap number 1. 17 also on the outside pushing 00, getting help to the 8. Through 3 and 4, who's going to lead the first ever lap in the Cup Series in the inaugural Red Hot Racing League? Through 3 and 4, 24's got that bite on the bottom. 8 car does have the run on the top, but it's going to be the 24 Tulsa Gamer. He's going to lead lap 1. Yeah, 24 out front. It looks like the outside line kind of depleting a little bit. It's the 8 of Ward Burton falling back. He's only got one car behind him right now. So far, that outside lane's kind of disbanded. He's got the 18 of sideways behind him as they're falling back. As look at the train, the 8 car found his way into the inside line. Looks like the 18's got a gap here between the 2, and it looks like another car. It looks like I'm going to say the 88 right there. Can't tell from far back, but he's currently falling back. But up front, Toasted Gamers, up front, I think he started on pole. Good run for that 24 starting off as we got cars mowing the lawn in the field. Trouble in the back. 47's around. 2 cars going through the inside. 3 cars around. So, and no caution. One, you're wrong, Kevin, because we had, I think, about almost a 9-lap start to the Xfinity race yesterday. And 2, looking at the leader, we got a new leader. It's going to be the 6 of Asylums up front now. He's in the lead after, I guess, Super got shuffled out. Now he's kind of about 4th place in that pack on the bottom. 00 giving a push to the 6. 24 peeking out, looking like he wanted to go to the outside. It's going to be a big factor here. So, Kevin, stage number 1. What is the plan here? You don't have to pit, but what is the plan just to stay yourself in position to get some stage points here? Here we go.
5? 25.
Yeah, currently the outside lane with the 48 to 12 and the 24 just tried to get going on that outside. 48 kind of slipped up, got himself in the wall with him in the 12, kind of slowed down that outside, but they're going to try and regroup at the back of this first pack. So let's go on board with somebody. Let's go on board with Toasted, seeing his point of view from the rear of pack 1. See, as the 48's going to the outside, he's going to fall to the rear behind Toasted, but look at the long line of the train. Look at the runs that the cars are getting here and the stack up when they hit the rear bumper of that car in front of them. Could be the major factor in this race, especially coming to cautions and everything, with cars making contact and cars getting shuffled. That could be a factor here of getting positions or causing a wreck. So, this is Toasted. He's going to get that run on the outside. 22 is going to look like he's going to go with him here. And he's going to try and shove. No, he's going to make it 3 wide between him and the 22 and 17, middle of that front pack. 22 is just going to fall in line behind the 24. Through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. 24 is going to get back in line behind the 48. We got some cars. We got a lap car coming up. Horatio Kane, the 3. Tough luck for him. It looks like he's got severe front end damage to that number 3 Bass Pro Shops. He's currently looking like he's not having a good run. Let's look at the 47 and the 2. Kind of got shuffled. They were involved in that wreck. Currently trying to draft with each other here. That's Captain and Rye Bread there in this pack right here. Let's look at the other packs. 16 all by himself. That's Fabi. That's Gamer right there. I'm just gonna call him Gamer. I can't pronounce that first name. I'm not even gonna try to. But that 16 a Gamer up there, shuffled out of any pack. He's just riding by himself right now. We got kind of a small 4-car pack, 5-car pack right here, with the 27 leading the pack with the 66, the 34, the 49, the 20, and the 88. This is the pack right behind the leaders. 43's on pit road. That is Golf. Golf, I don't know if he lagged out or he's got damage or he's got to make a pit stop. That's currently up in the air. Crusher in the 9 all by himself. This is a lot of the effect from the first lap wreck here. We also got this pack led by Burden here, the 8. We got the 51, the 18, and the 38 in this pack. But right now, everybody's spread out. Drew LMAO currently stranded all by himself with some heavy front end damage as well. But back up front, 6 of Asylum's currently up front leading this pack. So Harvick, it looks like we got a lot of field spread out here. It looks like the front pack might get some attention here with that 4-car pack behind them. But what is that 4-pack cars got to do to catch up to this front pack here? Yeah. Yeah, it's currently this front pack right now looking pretty good. Draft and everything. 8-car is in pit road, so he's making a stop here. So here's the pack right now. This is the main pack. Right now, I don't know who's going to make that first move if I was anybody in that pack right now. With the train that they're making right here, I just don't think that anybody can make a move unless it's towards the end of the stage. But that 6-car up front leading, that's not unusual because he's always leading anywhere he's at. That 6-car is all, like I said, he's so the 6 currently up front, 00 behind him. That's the 00. I need it's like going through his field. It's like I have to have a drum roll, please. Hold on. Drum roll, please. T-Glass in the 00. He's currently P2. P3 is the one of, drum roll, please, again. Dun 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 dun. It's Turbocharger. He's currently P3, and the 48 is, once again, drumroll please. Is Honorary Hades. He's currently P4, and P5 is Super NASCAR. fan, as he's currently going to round out that top 5. Top 5 looking strong. 9 cars in this main pack, by the way, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see how anybody makes a move on the leader here, as we got the 6 car, like I said, up front. And the pack gets spread out like this, you know, you just gotta ride in it at this point. You made your bed, even though you weren't forced to make your bed. Some of them were forced to make their bed. Others made their bed. Okay, so you kind of have to stick in it with it. The 5 car a lap down here on that outside. That's the pack that's currently trying to run down the leaders. This 5 car pack right here, led by the 27. So Harvick, what's the strategy here for these cars in the back? Is it just good luck next stage, or is it let's try and push and gain on other packs and all these other small car packs to try and at least get some positions here? Kevin, I'm embarrassed because nobody can hear you. I just turned up the stream. Nobody, your audio's not in it or something. So sorry guys. I was talking Casper to Ghost. That's why y'all aren't hearing him. I'm sorry. Ghosts don't talk unless I have a spirit box. Hold on, okay, so we're gonna do some commentary here. He has to go to the bathroom for like 3 seconds, so I was talking to Casper the Friendly Ghost. He was giving us some information. He was saying that the 8 car got pitted down pit road by the 2020 was blocking. So that was the information that was given to him, okay? Casper's a very silent guy, you know. I don't have a spirit box microphone or a spirit box thing, so I can't really parade that to the audience, but you know, I can repeat, and he did say that the 8 car got pitted, and Kevin's here finally. We still can't hear you, Kevin.
Okay, and here's what we're going to do.
So
just don't hit A.
It looks like I'm going. It looks like I'm going solo. Currently we're having technical issues with Kevin, but the one car going to the outside has some help, and the one of Turbocharger to the lead here at Daytona. The 00 getting a little loose. T-Glass. He's going to go to the outside. Toaston's going to go to the bottom here. 13's going to clear 6, so the 13's going to go to P2. So down the the trioval here, going into turns 1 and 2 is Word. How many do we have to go? Sorry, we're doing mathematical equations here. Here we go, coming to 7 laps remaining here in stage number 1. 6 car getting the big run on the outside. 24 helping him push from the 00 to the 24. Nobody's on the bottom except for the 13. 1 car's got no help. 6 is going to recapture the lead here at Daytona on the high side. Can the 1 car do anything? Can he get some help on the bottom? With 00 in the wall, goes to 00. He's going to go to the bottom. Contact with the 1. The Wrecking. 22, 13 in the 1.
That's going to be a caution.
Oh, now I can get your audio, Harvick.
Really?
Really?
All right,
now
Xbox.
I can get your now I have your audio. So, Xbox is acting pretty funky. Pretty funkier than the trash bin outside your Marco's Pizza place. He's 6 car currently up front with the 24 in P2, 00 in P3, the 1 car in P4 and P5 looks like it's the 48 as the 9s went a lap down. So, the 6 car up front, he's currently look like he might be involved in this stage win as the 1 car trying to get to the outside. No help coming. 6 car leaving the bottom open. 24 looked but did not take it. Ooh, 3 and 4 as Harvick. What does it take here to win stage 1 here? Like with this only 6 cars in this pack, including a lap car. What's currently a strategy to get past the 6?
Well, first of all, befriend that lap car, because that lap car, he's not racing for points right now. He's just wanting to get his lap back, maybe get the free pass, something along those lines. He could be a very big help to you right here. Obviously, the key is, I think, with very few cars in the pack, you see this outside working really well. Side draft if you can get up there, but if you cannot get up there, which they're currently working that really well right now, try to get more help up there if you can. Otherwise, wait till the end of this thing and then have the rest of the pack back off the 6's bumper, probably about down the back straightaway, and get a huge run and pass him. That's about the only advice I can give. Hopefully,
okay.
I can still be heard. Xbox isn't going wonky again.
Okay, yeah, we can still hear you as Harvick.
Awesome.
Actually, Word, how many do we have to go?
That's a great question.
Here we go. When they cross the line this time by, it will be 4 laps remaining here in stage number 1. Who's gonna win the first stage race in the inaugural Red Hot Racing League? Who's gonna win the first stage? 6 car up front in the push from the 00. 9 car currently behind the 1, and the 00 have a big gap between 2nd and 3rd. That could close a factor. 4 laps remaining in stage number 1. Big battle here. See what happens. See who gets that run, goes to the outside. 00's backing off. There are sitting ducks. They're ducks in a pond, and they're just sitting there. I don't know why they're moving. The hunters are coming. Down the back straightaway, the 1 car. He's got the draft of the 00. Is he going to push? No, he's going to go to the outside. 48's going to push the 00. 1 car to the outside. Help from the 24 and 9. Through 3 and 4. Coming to 3 laps remaining in stage number 1. 1 car. Oh, they're side by side. 6 car got a good push from that 00. 9 car's going to come back in line. Outside lines currently losing steam with 3 laps remaining. Down here through the trial, the 1 car is the only one on the outside. As here we go, Harvick. Harvick, you're going to take it you're going to take a run or are you going to sit there, Harvick? That's your plan. Hey, are you going to help that 6 or are you going to take the run?
Oh, no, I want that stage win for myself. Sorry, you led every lap. Guess what? I want to lead the last one of the stage. But okay, coming around to the white flag, by the way, got an update there. But no, absolutely I'm taking a run. And you saw, I think what the one was doing, I think he knew he wasn't going to make the pass there. But he wanted to see if he had that capability. And indeed he does. So I expect that to happen again within this lap. The 24 seems he wants to go with him. The 9 maybe as well. There's also going to be a lap car, I think, that might come into play a little bit. They should probably catch him maybe by the entry to 3. We'll see just how much steam they're indeed carrying. But yeah, they're going to take a run, definitely. They're probably going to leave that 6 out to dry if it comes down to it. We'll see, though.
Here we go. We're on the white flag of stage number 1. 48 looking to the outside. He's going to go tuck back inside. Does not have the run through 3 and 4 for the final time here in stage number 1. 00 peeking to the outside. 6 car there to block. Big run from the 1 car out of turn number 4. Through the trial. 48's going to try and get there. It's not going to be enough. The 6 of Asylum stage 1 winner here at Daytona.
What a stage by Asylum. He took the lead fairly early and really never looked back. He led every lap, did a great job. Yeah, he had some challenge, or not every lap, but had some challenges. Even lost the lead for a brief moment there and got it back. Really great job, though, and very clean stage. Caution-free the entire time. We had the one incident, and it really is unfortunate for those cars that were involved, but they'll get a chance to regroup here. The pack will get reformed, and we'll also get a chance, hopefully, to look and see how many cars indeed do actually remain on the lead lap and what the status of those that are not on the lead lap might actually be.
Yeah, good stage win here for the 6 of Asylums. Good stage win for stage number 1 winner, the first ever stage winner in the Red Hot Racing League Cup Series here for the Red Hot 250 here at Daytona. Good racing all around. Let's see what happens here. So we're going to line them back up. Up front is the 51 of drum roll please, and on the outside it's the 00 of T-Glass, I think. Here we go, coming to the green flag here. Stage number 2 is underway as the 51 of Monkey's going to go to the grass here. He forgot the pit. Yeah, he forgot the pit, so that's bad. T-Glass is going to come in and fill that spot. 1 car giving a push to the 00. Now here we go. This is the biggest problem. Weeble wobbles through turns 1 and 2. Through 1 and 2. Going down the back straightaway here. 1 car could get a run on the 00. 00 is going to the outside. He's going to go block the inside. 6 cars going to take the run here on the outside. He's going to get help from the 66 and 24. They got to run. They're going to try and push to the rear bumper. Through 3 and 4. 1 car hooked to the back bumper of the 00, getting pushed from the 48 as well. 1 car is going to back off. Had to check up. Through 3 and 4. 00 is going to block the high side. 6 is going to look to the inside. 00 is going to block. And the 00 is going to leave.
Oh, a little bit of contact for the back to keep it good.
Oh, we got a lot of slicing and dicing. Car on the wall in the back. Lost scatter. Cars around the 20, the 2, the 9. A lot of cars spinning, but it's still green.
Will that be our first caution? So far, no.
So so we're having some problems here. Caution is not out for that big massive car wreck, but that outside's still fine here, Kevin. As the 66, 24, 12, 17, and 26 all on that outside lane. They're trying to fight, but it looks like they're losing a lot of momentum here, Kevin.
Absolutely, and it's unfortunate, by the way, that those cars got taken out, and that should have been a caution. The one in stage 1 was debatable. I think that probably should have been a caution as well, but definitely that right there should have been a caution. And I hate it for those guys that were taken out on that. And I at least from what I could tell, couldn't really necessarily blame it on anybody. Just a little bit of hard racing there. You get some moving around, and at these high speeds, it's hard to keep the cars going the right direction and out of the wall when there's beating and banging like that. So unfortunate, but yeah, those guys hopefully can regroup and gather themselves back up. Meanwhile, yes, up front once again, these guys have been racing. It is starting to slow down. The action's starting to slow down a little bit, but they were definitely really working that high side. I've seen that work extremely well tonight. That middle line is definitely relevant, and it will continue to be throughout this race. We saw the ending of stage 1. We saw it in the middle of stage 1. Saw it at the beginning of the race. We saw it on the restart. That middle line is very good. Not the preferred line, but you can definitely use it if you have friends.
Yeah, as the 6 of Asylums has taken the lead from the 00, but the 24 and 88 got a big run. 24 to the outside. Can he clear? Yes, the 24 is toasted to the front. Getting help from the 88. He's going to go to the inside. Him and the 88 are going to take that inside line. So him and the 88 clear the 6. Everybody else in the outside are going to scramble. Couple cars below the double yellow. Oh, 27 is definitely below the double yellow. He's playing limbo at that double yellow line. 6 cars got a run here in P3. He's going to try and get a run here on that 88. 00 trying to get a run to push the 6. 88's got a run on the 24, but he's going to push the 24. 6 cars got the run. Will he take it to the outside or will he push? He's going to go to the rear bumper. No, he's going to go to the outside. He's got the run. 00's going to go with him, and same with the 17. 6 car on that outside. 24 on the inside. Who's got the better help? 24 holding that bottom. 6 car trying to hold that outside, but the 24's pulling. He's pulling, and he's going to clear back the 6. 6 car stuck on that outside. Outside lane's not going. The inside is, though. Through the tri-oval they go. 24 out front. 12 cars going to go to P3. 1 car is going to pass the 6 as well, as the 6 is falling back here as he's losing help on that outside. Not going to help the 6 car here. But bigger pack here than stage 1. So the plan here is, Kevin, stage 2. Are you taking that same strategy from stage 1 as you were explaining? Or are you going to take a different approach and try and set up for stage 3, as that's the main stage to get the win?
No, I definitely think you still take the same strategy here. It's a long stage. I think it's a little bit shorter than the first one, but long stage. And I tell you what, man, it's hard to say. One thing we've seen throughout the race, though, you gotta be there at the end. We saw how small the first pack was at the end of the stage, and it wasn't by their own doing. There was a couple incidents that probably should have been cautions, and they weren't. We had one of those so far, but this first pack is still pretty large. Right now, honestly, just to keep myself in the game, I would probably just ride around at this point. I don't want to lose the pack. I know, obviously, I want to see side-by-side racing, and they've been doing that pretty well. But if I'm looking for the long term, the end of the stage, probably just going to ride around so I stay in this thing. Hopefully I don't get caught up in a wreck.
Yeah, as the pack right now looking pretty good. A couple of people have shuffled out, but currently up front, the 88 trying to work that outside lane, but getting help from the 17-6 and the 18 as well. But the inside lane's going to prevail. Oh, 17 makes contact with the 34. Oh, they didn't wreck, but what job not wrecking
huge
there.
Saves.
That was huge saves right there by the 17. 17 got put in the wall. It may have shuffled him out a little bit, but it's also going to break up that outside line. The 22 of Holy Nugget currently falling back. He got into the wall a little bit right there, but that incident right there on the back straightaway is kind of bringing in the pack that was trying to catch him here, led by the 47 of Rye Bread. You know, I never liked rye bread. I mean, not the guy rye bread. I never liked the rye bread, like the actual bread. But rye bread's making rye bread look like good. It looks like it's good. So, there's too much rye bread in this conversation. I wouldn't put rye bread mix into my Hungry Jack pancakes. But you know what? He's currently making it look good out there, Harvick. What is the plan for that 47 to try and keep that pack in close distance of the leaders?
Oh, obviously, just keep doing what he's doing. And now, I will say, and I don't know, and maybe Word, you can confirm or deny this for us. I actually don't know if he's on the lead lap. I believe he is. I can tell you, though, Rye Bread? Okay, so he is on the lead lap, but I can tell you, he was one of the cars that was caught up at least a little bit in that stage 1 incident. Managed to get through a little bit better than some others, kept himself on the lead lap. So, yes, he is trying to race for position. Right now, he's doing a great job. He's pulling that pack along. But he does have quite a bit of ground to make up to the lead pack, and actually it almost seems like that ground might be, they're losing a little bit of ground just because, again, they're lacking some cars compared to those guys. But either way, doing a great job, and he's just got to keep his head in the game, keep doing what he's doing. Eventually, if they start to race like they were again, because that's when they were gaining the most time, when they were side by side, if that happens again, he's got to keep an eye out for that, and then those guys behind him also have to put in their parts and push. Push.
While you were While you were talking about rye bread, the rye bread has gone moldy because he hit the glitch spot on that back straightaway, and now he is all the way in the back. So the rye bread has gone moldy. So he looks like he's gonna fall to the back. 27's in the wall there, in the corner. He's gonna be losing that pack right there. But bad news there for that 47. But back up front in that large pack, the 24 of Toasted up front leading this pack around.
Slow car in front.
Slow car going down pit road. That's the 51 of Monkey. He's going down pit road right now. Let's go on board with the 34 Josh. I'm not sure if he is on the lead lap or not. I think he's in 4th place. But he's currently up front. And he looks like he's in a great position to probably get a stage win if nothing happens here. So we're going down the back straightaway here. 24 Toasted getting a push from the 1 of Turbo. And then the 00 T-Glass rounding out the top 3 right there. A lot of cars moving to the outside. 6 car trying to get that outside line moving. Just cannot make it work. As you know, Oscar Mayer Wieners, they're looking mighty delicious. But but with the 6 car, a big, fast car in this pack. And I know Oscar Mayer Wieners look very well and very good. It's very tempting offer. But are you going to take the Oscar Mayer Wieners on the outside, or are you going to go to the inside and be like, I'm good?
Well, I can tell you right now, he's pulled back down to the bottom since then, and now is trying to make some headway. But no, he definitely, Asylums has been one of the biggest campaigners to try to get that outside lane to work all weekend. He did it last night. And he's done it again. He's tried to do it again tonight. Got down back to the bottom and is now trying to gain some positions. But he wants to get that line working because ultimately you're not really going to gain any positions if you can't pass. And the only way to pass is to get up out of that line with some other guys and move forward. That's what he was trying to do. It sort of worked, but not exactly. He is trying to make some headway forward, but maybe not in the way he originally planned. He goes back to the outside again, though. We'll see if he can do it this time. It looks like a little bit more successful this time around, or at least it started off that way. Maybe not so much now.
Yeah, it's the 34 and 00 looking like they're falling out of the pack. But you know what? But how fast the 6 car is, you know, I say Oscar Mayer Wieners are very tempting. I think I'll take the Oscar Mayer Wieners on that outside. You can always trust Asylums. He is that guy that just knows so much and is so fast week in, week out. He can really help you get to the front. Basically, I followed him in the truck race in stage 2. Got me 6th place in that stage. So if you follow Casey, he can take you to the promised land. So, or attempt at the promised land. But currently, the 12 car is looking like he's trying to set up a run on these front 2. He has got the front 2 out in the middle of nowhere. But here he goes. He's got to run. Is he going to push the 1 or is he going to go to the outside? He's going to make the move to the outside. Stout Whiskey in the 12 in the whole lane, the whole inside lane except for the 1 in 24 goes with him. And now the 12, Stout Whiskey, still side by side with the 24. That inside is not giving up, but the 12, Stout Whiskey to the front at Daytona.
Definitely, and Stout again too. I didn't talk about him. I don't know why I didn't talk about him. Sorry, Stout. But Stout's another one too. He's extremely good on these plate tracks. Dude's good everywhere, but he's good on these plate tracks. He knows what he's doing. He's very methodical about his moves and he's very patient. And you saw it there. He was patient. He waited. He took the run, and now he finds himself out front. He's going to be a threat at the end of this thing as well, I think, as long as nothing happens to him. And again, we talk about, by the way, I haven't touched on this. Yeah, you can have all the speed in the world here. I've talked about it this weekend. You can have all the speed in the world here, but as we've seen tonight, fast cars don't always end up with the results they deserve. Obviously, we still have quite a bit of ways to go in this thing, but we've seen a couple incidents take out some fast cars already, and the game was not nice to them and didn't throw a caution that probably should have come out. We've seen that, so these guys do still have to keep in mind, and this is where I say Stout is kind of up in this category a little bit. The patience level. You have to be patient, not get yourself in trouble, because if you get yourself in trouble, you could find yourself falling back even more, even worse, in a wreck. And as we've seen, the game, none too kind with throwing cautions this evening. So, Stout doing a great job. Not surprised at all to see him up here. I don't know why I didn't mention him in pre-race. That's bad on me, because the dude is a threat every time he comes to these tracks.
Yeah, stout. The whiskey is very stout today as he is in the lead right now. As the 66, how in the world do you say that name?
Ari Chicago.
Ari Shikawa.
Yeah.
Ari
Arshikala.
Shakalaka.
Arshikala.
I'm gonna call him Shakalaka. I'm gonna call him Shakalaka. Nickname. Boom. Boom Shakalaka. There. Boom Shakalaka in P2 right now. He's in the 66. I'm gonna give people nicknames so I just don't have to say their name. So currently, the 66 of Boom
Sorry.
Shakalaka currently up front, up here in P2, as you got the one car of Turbo P3. So it looks like it's going to be a big battle. So a lot of tempers flaring, as you can. I don't know if you can hear over the radio, but a lot of tempers are flaring. It's Daytona. I expect this at Martinsville or Bristol, but tempers flaring at Daytona? Never heard of it. But you know. Currently, right now, as let's go look at some other packs right now. As that packs look like it's settled right now. Let's go look at this pack led by the 9 of Crusher. I think Crusher might be still a lap down. The 5 might also be a lap down as well. But I think 13 of Supers in this pack. You got Gamer in this pack in the 16. You got the 38. You got the 38 as we got a battle for the lead here. 6 of Asylum's on the outside, and he's going to take the lead. Here with the 88. 24 with a push. Big run from the outside, and the outside's going to prevail. And now the 6 of Asylum's back up front. The 88 of Brodozer. God, he was slided. I've seen somebody slideways, but slideways at Daytona, I mean. That was that was close. I thought we were going to wreck right there, Harvick.
Definitely. Great job by Brodos for keeping that thing good. Got a little bit sideways. Hey, you know what? Sometimes a little drift action, not too uncommon here. Usually it's due to contact. Didn't seem like that was the case there. But really good job, and he's running very well also tonight. So shout out to Brodozer Asylums. He helped him get up here back to the lead. Are we surprised, Alex? I mean, Asylum's pretty familiar with this lead all night. Led most of stage 1. Slipped back a little bit in stage 2. Has been trying to get that outside working. It finally paid off for him, and he's gotten himself back out front. Well, maybe not for long, though.
Yeah, as he tried to help his buddy there in the 88, Brodozer, just try to help him. It kind of fell him to the back. Looks like 6 cars already making friends with Valvoline and Exalta. I've never known Oscar Myers to be a good mix with Valvoline and Exalta, but you know what, that's fine. But the 1 of Turbo is going to go to the lead with the 17 of Bit Skydiver there in P2, it looks like. And then P3 is going to be, drum roll please once I get around to it. Here, look behind. Here comes the 6 of Asylums with another big run. Help from the 88 of Brodozer as Brodozer is going to hit the wall. He's going to fall back a little bit here. 6 cars all by himself on that outside. Now he's going to get trained as we got the 12 of Stout Whiskey there in P3 right now. But up front...
Looks like the 88 just got a little bit tight there in that outside line. You get that sometimes here. This track is a little bit harder than Talladega in the sense of Talladega is a lot smoother and it's a lot less of a handling racetrack. It still is one, but not as much. Here at Daytona, yes, it's similar to Talladega. At least it looks like it. But this place is a lot, it's not quite as wide. It's a little bit less banking. And oftentimes, because of the track surface, it's a little bit bumpy in some cases. It's definitely more of a handling racetrack. And sometimes, especially when you try to run up higher, you do lose the nose sometimes. It looked like that's what happened to Brodozer there. Unfortunate, but doesn't look like it was too bad. Should be able to tack onto this pack and keep running. But yeah, unfortunate.
Yes, here is some drivers, another pack right here. 48 to 8 in the 22. 22 Holy Nugget kind of rounding out this pack. Very far from the leaders. Don't know what the position that this battle is for. I wouldn't say it's much of a battle. I would say it's much more of a 3-car conga line right now. Trying to get themselves here around stage 1. So, and this is the other pack. Stage 2, my bad. My bad. So...
what's the lap count, by the way?
Lap count. Also, yeah, lap count.
boy.
Oh, 5 to go, coming to 4 to go. We're hearing as the 12 of Stout Whiskey looking like he can possibly win the stage from P2 right now, as it's 4 laps remaining here in stage number 2. Turbo up front in that one car. Monster Energy and all up front. 24 Toasted trying to get a run on the outside. No help. He got no helpers coming with him. Looks like it's either everybody's fine with where they're at, or he's going to get back in line in front of Brodozer. Oh no, he's going to slide up the racetrack. Oh, now he's going to get back in line. That's messed up Brodozer a little bit. That's going to give a big run here for the 6, coming to 3 to go here in stage number 2 here. Harvick, it's coming down to the line here, Harvick. So, who are you taking to win this stage?
It's hard to say right now. I mean, you look at Asylum's, it's kind of dependent on really when he gets his runs. He's had the speed, he's had the runs to get up here to the front. He's been up here at the front of this stage, but it seems like, too, he's also kind of slid up out of the pack, gotten caught out by himself a few times and slipped back. I think he's got a chance at this. I also think the 12's got a chance, the 24. Really, any of these guys up here right now around the front have a shot. You see, they're trying to make that outside work, and it looks like they're a little bit more successful this time around.
A little bit more. 6 car of Asylums on that outside. Turbo on the inside. Getting help. They both got even lines. 4 cars in each line. Here we go. 2 to go here in stage 2. 1 car's got that push from the 12 of Stout. 6 cars got the push from the 24 Toasted. On that outside. They're going to keep working. 1 car holding that bottom pretty good. 12 car pushing them well. Getting also a push from the 17 of Skydiver a bit.
Outside line lost some momentum.
Yeah. Oh, 2 to go. 2 to go at the line. Okay, 2 to go at the line we're coming to here. Coming to the end of stage number 2. See who's going to win. Get some huge points. It looks like, again, it's going to be 8 cars here battling for the stage win. 6 cars. Got in a good position to try and get another run here. Falling back a little bit as the 12 pushing the 1 car. And then you got Boom Shakalaka there in the 66. Currently at P4 right now. 17 a Bit Skydiver in 3rd place. 4th place currently Stout Whiskey, and the 1 a Turbo up front. Can the 6 car get a run? He's got pushed from that 24. 18's pushing the 88. They're going to the outside. Oh, the 18 just put himself in the wall. 1 car's going to block.
That's going to hurt the momentum.
Oh, the 1 car threw a block on the 6, and now the 6 is going to go to P2. So the 6 of Asylum's to 2nd place, but not to the lead. Coming to 1 to go in stage number 2. 12 car, will he set up a run? Will the 17 set up a run? Oh, the 6 car's going to get a big run here. Big gap between him and the 1. He's going to get a push from the 12 of Stout. Through 1 and 2. 18 got a big run on that high side. He's going to go to P2, or at least be side by side. Oh, 1 car. 1 car's ready to throw blocks. He better be blocking like an ex-girlfriend right now. 18 running on the outside. He's going to block to the inside. 18 to the outside of the 1. Side by side. Through 3 and 4. Sideways to the lead. Can he clear? No, the 1 still side by side. Side by side. They make contact again. Oh, they're wrecking. They're not wrecking. They saved it to the line. They're crashing. Turbo's going stage 2 here at Daytona.
What a stage finish right there, man. There's so much going on. It was hard to, I gotta say, great job calling that too, Alex. So much going on. You had so many different runs trying to form. You had Sideways and Stout and those guys trying to form. You had Asylums there. So much going on. And by the way, I would like to point out, this was an interesting tactic I saw, and I didn't get to touch on it. If you noticed, when they realized, when those guys that were trying to run the outside of where Asylums was, before he got into the inside line there in a second, they would, when they realized they were losing their momentum, they would actually back off that lead pack again and try to pull a run, and that's actually a very good tactic. I'm very, very interested in that, because basically what they were doing, that whole pack there, it was clear they were working together, working with one another. They would back off that lead pack a little bit and pull a run so that they could gain some momentum before they pull up to the outside to actually hold a run there. That's what they started doing, and it worked really well. But the 1 of Turbo comes up huge with a great stage win. What a stage finish. Really close and really competitive. And Stage 3 is underway right now.
Here we go. Stage 3, the 00 T-Glass on the inside. 34, Josh on the outside. Green flag. Final stage at Daytona. 34 is going to drop in line. Here we go. He's going to get a shove from the 1. He's going to get a shove, see if he can get a run. Outside lane, currently not getting much help. Through 1 and 2, 34 getting the push to the 00. Weeble wobbles coming into play. Hopefully there is no wreck during the Weeble wobbles. Through out of turn number 4, down the back straightaway. 00 is going to push. 12 car in the 88 trying to make a run on the outside. Down to the outside. 12 and 88 making a little bit of steam here. But the push from the inside lane, the 34 is glued to the rear bumper, the 00. One car pushing the 34. Oh, little lag push there, or a little lag shot from the 00. That's going to give a gap between him and the 34. Through the tri-oval, and the 00 is going to lead the first lap of the final stage. As this is going to be intense.
Oh, trouble!
Oh, we got trouble. Crash. Big one. Oh, and the caution's
Finally
out.
works.
The caution is out for the first time today. Big wreck.
I didn't even see what happened. Man, I saw it just out of the corner of my eye. I saw somebody spin up towards the wall or something, and wow,
there was
a lot of cars.
A lot of cars in that. I saw a lot of cars wrecking and spinning there. 51 of Monkey, not looking pretty good. The 5 of Drew also not doing well as well. The 20 of Mark, not looking good as well. Material with some damage in that 49. As we're going to re-rack them here and go green once again. Oh, can we get a lap count when we go green? Okay, here we go. On the inside, 34 of Josh. On the outside, the 1 of Turbo. Green flag back in the air here in the final stage. 24 trying to get a push to the 1. 29 laps remaining. 34 push from the 24 to the 1. 34 on that inside's got no help. Weeble wobbles come into play. Good push by the outside line. Inside line's kind of sorted out. They're kind of spaced out. No pushing. 66 is going to give a push to the 34. Down the back straightaway. One car to the lead as he's going to clear the 34. But can the 24 get to the outside of the 1? He's at the quarter panel. Getting a push from the 88 and the 2. One car gets a lag shot. Through 3 and 4. Can the 24 drop in? Can he drop in, or is he going to leave the 88 hanging? 88's in the wall. Contact with the 2. 2 into the 12. They're scrambling. Are they going to wreck? Yes, they will. 22 a Holy Nugget. Everybody scrambles. People are mowing the grass. And caution's going to come out.
Caution. So now they've decided to work. Good to know. They do indeed work, everyone.
Yeah, indeed.
Unfortunate there. Wow.
Indeed, indeed, we have cautions. The flagman did not forget the yellow flag. Okay, he did not.
I think he just fell asleep earlier.
How can you fall asleep with engine? Like,
I don't know. My sister's done it before. It's possible. Don't ask me. He either fell asleep or he had some bad burritos for lunch. That's the only two answers I can possibly come up with.
Somebody lock him in the porta potty? Dave,
I don't know.
Jimmy Johnson style, lock him in the porta potty?
Maybe. Either way, I don't know. He's been off all night, but he's back to work, and glad to see that. This will slowly get guys back on the lead lap. I would also like to point out, we're back on the lead lap actually after getting forced down pit road earlier.
Can we get a lap count when we
By the way, no pit stops will be required. I would like to point out everyone will be good to the end on fuel.
Here we go, green flag, 25 remaining, the 1 at Turbo. Got a good jump here, but the 34 not getting any help. He's not getting the push. 24 is going to push the 1. Here we go, Weeble wobbles through turns 1 and 2. Again, the 1 car has more help, but the 66 finally to the rear bumper of the 34. 1 with a little lag shot. 34 with a little lag shot. Through out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Top 3 already cleared that outside lane. Here he comes, the 34. Can he get that run? He's not getting any help on the outside. Outside is depleting through 3 and 4. The inside lane kind of taking over. The 1 at Turbo. The 24 toasted in second place. Third place is going to go to the 12 of Stout Whiskey. A lot of cars in the back. Oh, cars in the back. Oh, they're in the wall. A lot of cars are pounding the wall. A lot of cars mowing the grass. A lot of cars down pit road. Looks like a lot of days are going to be ended unless caution comes out. 24 is going to go to the outside with help from the 17. Also, the 9 is going to help the 24 as well. Through the turns. One car. The 12. The 2. All on the bottom. They're all pushing. 34 also on the bottom. And everybody's trying to get to the inside line. And it looks like we're going to calm down a little bit here as Harvick, it's that final stage. You want to win this race. It's the inaugural race at Daytona, the first ever race for Red Hot Racing League. What are you going to do here to win this race?
Again, keep yourself in this. We got about 23, 22 laps to go, somewhere in that area. As we saw more cars getting collected, I hope they get a caution at some point because that's not fair to those guys. Sounds like the 8 actually got tagged again just after getting his lap back. That's unfortunate, as well as a few other guys went around through the grass, that kind of thing. Keep yourself in the game, but I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot more aggression, or at least of some sorts, in this stage, and it may be because the first 2 stages, the pack hasn't been this close and this packed up, really. It's been split up by incidents. We've had cautions, and we've had another incident there that took out some cars, but still quite a few cars in this lead pack. Again, man, I don't know what to tell you right now other than keep yourself in the game. Again, it's the same thing I've said the past 2 stages, but I really do mean it, because in order to have a shot at the end of this thing, at least assuming this goes green to the end, which we've only had 2 cautions this entire race, probably should have had 3 or 4. We've only had 2 cautions for incident this entire race, and they both come within this stage. So, obviously, the tendency to go green is there. You got to be in the conversation at the end before you can even win. So, keep yourself in the conversation.
Yeah, as we were talking earlier, the factors and the contenders of this race. My top 3 was Toasted, Word, and Asylums. Out of those 3 guys, Harvick, we're going to play a nice little guessing game here. Who you think's currently the highest of those 3 right now?
What'd you say again?
Word, Toasted, and Asylums.
Probably Asylums.
No, Toasted. Toasted's currently the highest, as Asylums kind of got involved in those cars hitting the wall. I think has lost the draft.
Wow.
But my underdog pick of the 2 of Captain, he's currently up P3. He's been mostly scrubbed out of the race due to all the wrecks and all the cars hitting the wall. He's been kind of out of the main pack. He's currently in 3rd place right now behind Stout. So a lot of people who are getting shuffled out, a lot of people who are going to the back, or couldn't get to the front because of all of the crashes and all of the cars hitting the wall. They have kind of rose to the front of this pack and now are involved. Now, a lot of guys that were up front of this pack have kind of fallen to the back, have kind of been out of that draft. So, Harvick, out of the top about 20, which I'm guessing there's probably about 15, 16 cars in this pack, not including lap cars, because I don't know who's a lap car in this pack. Who are you taking to win this race?
Well, earlier I said the 8. The 8 has I've seen him. He has speed, but has come up upon some unfortunate luck all 3 stages. First stage got taken out. It took him forever to get his lap back. Finally got a caution early in the stage. He got his lap back, and then just about a lap and a half, 2 laps after he gets that lap back, he gets caught up in another incident and ultimately falls behind again. He's going to need another caution. But honestly, out of the guys that are still up here, or that are up here right now, there's quite a few of them. I mean, it's hard to say right now. I've seen so many guys with speed. You see the 24, you see the 6, which unfortunately I believe you said also got caught up in that wreck, so he's going to need some help. The 2 has finally gotten a chance to show what he's had. I know how fast he is on these plate tracks. He's showing that again. He runs 3rd. Stout Whiskey's going to be a threat. The 00 T-Glass, I think I saw him up here as well. He's been up here most of the day. He's going to have something to say. The 1 car who won stage 2, some people, the 88 maybe. It's hard to pick, Alex, but if I'm going to pick someone, I think I'm going to have to go with that 12 car of Stout Whiskey right now, because he's been so patient with his moves all day. He's been very methodical about what he's doing, and he's been smooth. He hasn't made a whole lot of mistakes, and it shows. He runs up here, he runs well, and I see that car of Stout Whiskey in the 12 right there. He's going to be your victor at the end of this thing, but he's going to have challengers like the one and some others. So it's going to be hard to predict. That's my prediction.
Well, he's predicting the 12th stout as we got about 12 cars now in this pack. We've kind of separated some packs as we got another pack behind this one that's kind of separated. We got cars in this pack like the 5 of Drew, who we haven't seen all race. I don't know if he's still a lap down or not. That's the biggest question. I don't know if he's on the lead lap. So that's interesting. We also have Super, who's been kind of getting shuffled out a little bit and got in the wall a couple times, kind of lost himself from the main pack, but he's up in the main pack now. 34, Josh, who was just contending for the lead a minute ago and also up there for the stage win last stage. He's currently in this pack. We got the 2 of Captain, who's been, again, shuffled out in this pack now. A lot of guys. And also Gamer. We got Gamer up here in the 16. He's up here. He's been in the back all race. He's been either driving by himself. He's up here. A lot of guys who have been riding in the back. And it could have been strategy. It could not have been. We're not saying they're purposely running in the back, but maybe did running in the back help these guys get to the front?
In some ways, but again, too, you have to remember, Alex, we had 2 stages there where, and that's what I'll say too, I don't think we've seen the true speed of everyone that's up here right now either, because there's quite a few cars in the pack now or right around here that were involved in one of those 2 incidents, whether it be the stage 1 incident or the stage 2 incident, and they're just now really being able to recover from that and have a chance. So there's some guys too that I think we got to look at, maybe that we haven't seen their full potential in this race yet. Obviously, we see 2 very large packs kind of split up right now. The second pack is going to have to catch the lead pack, though, in order to have a chance. And we're winding down this thing. We're under 20 to go. I think we're actually under 15 to go at this point. So Daytona is winding down. The intensity's got to be rising throughout the field. And how many? 13 to go right there at the line. So you look at that, 13 laps, Alex, at Daytona. It's a 2.5-mile racetrack, but I tell you, from the driver's seat, that goes by quickly. And you have to be thinking, like I've been saying all day, about 10 to go, you have to be thinking about what you want to do and looking for people. About 5 to go, you got to be starting to set up for those moves. And about 2 or 3 laps to go, you got to really be starting to make those moves. It's kind of a process. It's a long one, but it's because it takes a lot of thought and a lot of execution by the drivers. And that intensity and that thinking has to be going on in the minds of these guys right now.
Well, we got guys already trying to work that outside line right now. Like the 24. We also have the 5. We also have the 17 trying to work that outside lane right now. So these are big moves here made. Trying to test that outside line as the 24 is going to go to the lead with the 5 car to second place. So the 24 are toasted to the front. But we have company because the second pack that was outside of the field are now in the draft of the main pack. So we got more contenders for the win. The pack consists of the 00, the 38, the 49, the 9, the 18, and the 20. So a lot of the cars just caught up, and now we have more contenders for the win, coming to 11 laps to go this time. It's going to be interesting to see the end of this race. The 5-car Drew up in second place. Let's go on board with the 12 Stout. See how he pushes, see how he works here. He lets off in that corner. See, he let off in the corner entry there in turn 1. He's getting that run through turns 2. And he's going to go back to the rear bumper of the 5, push on that straightaway. He's going to get a little loose because of the checkup he has to do with the 5. Now down the back straightaway here. Let's see how he does in 3. If he's going to let off. Yeah, he's going to let off a little bit. Give the 5 some space in the corner. As the 5's giving the 24 some space in the corner. And then out of turn number 4, let's see, he's going to let off, and he's going to go back to the rear bumper of the 5. So it looks like he's got a pretty good draft. He's doing pretty good pushing-wise right now. He's giving them space, which is something we didn't really see that much of in the Xfinity and truck race. People giving each other space in the corners. We didn't really see a lot of that. But these guys up front, currently racing, currently either being patient in this single file line. The single file line stretches about half the back straightaway. So it's pretty interesting to see the cars who are going to be contenders in this race. As once again, up front as the pack, it's going to be go time here. I think we're coming to 10 or 9 to go here.
Alex, I need another invite. My game, for some reason, froze and lagged me out of the lobby, so that's wonderful.
Okay,
Very
well, that's
random.
Great. Let me send Harvick an invite.
Thank you.
That
was weird.
So, Harvick, while you're loading in, tell us, what is the job here? So many cars in this pack. Is it go time? I think it's about 10 to go. Do you think it's go time, or can you wait to that 5 to go mark to start making moves?
Well, from what I can tell, I mean, this pack, it's hard to say. I think this pack is probably the largest it's been for most of the race. Less cars got caught up in the incident there earlier on, and we have probably the biggest pack we've had this late into a run we've had of the night. So if you're further back in that pack, yeah, maybe you need to start making your moves a little bit earlier. But for most of these guys, you can still wait till that 5 to go. Right now, you need to be planning on what you're doing and looking and trying to get close to the guys that you know will go with you and that you want to work with. If you can do those things, you'll be prime and ready to make a move for the win at the end of this thing. But you have to get in position to do that first, because if you make one of those moves and you're not in the right place, you will fall back. We've seen the freight train effect, whether it be 1 or 2 wide, to be very, very impactful to these guys. So you can't be shuffled out of the pack, because if you do get shuffled back, especially this late in the going, you're not going to have a shot.
Yes, here we go. Coming up on the lap car, the 48 of Hades. Word, can we get a lap count by whenever we get a chance? We're gonna. Okay, we're hearing they're either at 7 to go or coming to 7 to go here. So 24 up front. 5 car with a push to the 24. Outside lane, people are going to try and start getting that outside lane going. As we saw that long pack of cars, they're kind of depleting here a little bit. Now it's kind of shrunk down to about maybe 12 cars, I would say, 10 or 12. As the 3 car for Ratio's on pit road. I don't know if his day is done, as well as the 27 of Arca. Arca driver 9, he's currently out, also on pit road. He's been on there for a long time, so I think he is DNF'd out of the race, as well as a lot of cars. Who's going to be able to make that first move? Who's going to be able to make the first move to get to the lead? Who's going to take this lead from the 24? He won the truck race. He led every lap, and he also won every stage and won the race. This 24 has been strong all speed weeks. It's going to be interesting to see who can stop that 24. We got the 5 of Drew in second place. He hasn't been showing much. He was in the Xfinity race. He was running decent, and then got involved in something that happened, coming to the white flag. Made him finish horrible, but throughout this whole race, he has not been up there in the main pack. He is in second place right now. Third, it's the 12, a Stout Whiskey. In the 12, he's always good at restrictor plates. He's always good here. He can always make that move. He knows when to make the move. The 2 of Captain in 4th place. He's been consistent. He won a stage yesterday in that Xfinity Series race. See if he can get his way to a win. And then the 16 of Gamer. They're coming to 4 to go, as I think they just hit the line. So are we at 4?
Oh,
5 to go. 5 to go. We're coming to 4 this time. Who's going to make that first move? So far, everybody's kind of single file. Everybody's being patient. 5 car hooked.
Look at these guys behind Toasted. You see them how kind of they're swerving around a little bit right there. What that tells me, and I know some people do actually naturally do that here. That's how they push. But a lot of times too, you see guys do that when they are thinking about making a move, and I can promise you, everybody in this line is thinking about making a move.
Oh, 5 car made the move, coming to 4 to go. 5 car on the outside, but he's all by himself. 4 laps remaining. That 12 car's got that bottom. 24 is going to have to try his best. It's either he's going to have to leave the 5 car on the outside. Oh, the 5 car is actually going to try and get people on the outside, but no. Looks like the 24 is going to lose the 5. The 5's got no help on the outside. Down the back straightaway, we're coming to 3 laps to go. Who's going to win here at Daytona? 12 car getting the push. 2 cars kind of letting off. The 2 captain, he's kind of letting off there in that 3rd spot. I don't know if he's trying to set up a run right now, but if he tries to set up a run, who's going to go with him? He's currently sitting...
I got a feeling a few people will.
Few people will. 3 laps remaining. Who's going to make that first move? That's all that's going to matter to decide the win. Will a caution come out if somebody be too aggressive?
That's the other thing, too. The aggression level is going to be through the roof right now. Any give and take, that's gone way out the window. That went out the window probably about 5 laps ago. There's no more give and take. There's no more patience. Everybody's here for themselves. Obviously, you might have a few friends here and there. For example, the 5 seem to be working with the 24 pretty nicely. But for the most part, everybody's out here for themselves. There's a checkered flag and a win that will be given out in about 2.5 laps, Alex. These guys want the win. You had the 24 here. He's got a lot of blocking to do, I think, coming up in the next couple of laps. You got the 2 and the 12. Both have been very good all night. They're sitting right back here ready to pounce, as well as a lot of other competitive cars.
Here we go. 24, 2 laps remaining. 24 on the outside. He's on the outside. He's the leader. It's like he's breaking the draft. But here comes the 5 of Drew. 5 of Drew on the outside. No help, though. Nobody went with the 5. 3 to 4. Through 3 and 4. We're coming to the white flag. Who's going to make the move? Oh, the 12 made contact with the 5. In with the 13.
Trouble!
13's around. White flag.
Let in the race.
One more time around at Daytona. No caution. 00 trying to make that outside work. Oh, he's going to go to the outside. He's got a big run. He's got a big run because of the draft of the 24. 24 giving the draft to the 00. Down the back straightaway. 12. 24. Oh, 24 is going to have to throw a block. He will. 12. Oh, he has no room. He's going to get into the 6. He's going to have one more shot. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. He's going to get the run.
Man.
Well, he's going to go to the outside. Side by side at the quarter panel. Little contact. Not going to be enough. 24 of Toasted is going to win the inaugural race at Daytona.
What a job by the 24, man. 2 out of 3 races. Did a great job. Did a great job. The entire final stage was around the top 5 and top 7 or so most of the race, if not the entire race. Really good job. Really good execution by the 24. Comes up good. The 12, man, he was fighting hard as well as everybody else right there. And they just didn't have quite enough to get him. And, again, amazing job by the 24 of Toasted. He picks up his first win in the first race of the Truck Series and of the league in its whole entirety, and he picks up a cup win in his first start ever. 2 out of 3 on the weekend, man. That's pretty good ratio. And he's definitely going to be rolling on some great momentum headed into Chicagoland next weekend.
Yeah, great momentum. 24 Toasted. Let's get to the 24. Show him that nice.
Get our top 3 and
24. Going to interview the top 3 as the 24 Toasted Gamers is going to win the inaugural race, Red Hot 250 here at Daytona.
Damn, who are the other 2?
As I want to interview 3rd place first, give 1st place his celebration. We're going to interview 3rd place first.
Yeah. That's what he did. Tim, do you know who the other 2 were?
Waiting for 3rd
Sorry,
place.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
3rd place finisher.
First,
Wow.
Wow. So Captain finished 2nd, and then 3rd place goes to Stout Whiskey. We're going to get Stout in here to get his interview. 3rd place runner. He did pretty good in that race. 24 at the end, though. Unorthodox blocking, I'll tell you. That was very unorthodox the way he did the lane there on that outside, but he did pretty good. As here is your 3rd place finisher here, Stout Whiskey. Stout Whiskey, you got a copy, you got your audio included.
I got my audio included, man. What's up, dude?
What is up? Great racing tonight. You ran pretty good. Um, what was in your mind there, coming down with the laps, ticking down that 24, doing that unorthodox blocking? It looked like trying to get no draft, give you no draft. What was going through your mind of how you were going to beat that 24?
Nothing to be honest. I mean, I race with everybody and anybody on this game. But as far as being good friends with anybody in this group of racers, my best friend was behind me in the two car, Captain Damon Lear. Ward Burton, I'd include him too. But he had some issues all race. I was laughing my butt off listening to him in Discord. But I just didn't really know what was going to happen. And super speedway racing on this game is um, it's extremely difficult as far as you basically have to have more cars on one lane than the other to pass, and that's just that's the nature of the beast. That's how the super speedways were made on this game, and Toasted was able to manipulate any type of run I was able to get, and cheers to him to win the race. I could have stayed in line there and finished second, but tried to get on the outside of him. I hit him in his right rear. It didn't do anything to him. He was able to keep going, and Captain passed me for second. I finished third.
Yeah, you did a pretty great job in that race. Tell us how how unorthodox the 24 was, where with that blocking there, trying to give you no draft. Was it very hard to counter that with the runs that you and the two were getting?
No, I mean that's what everybody does when they get the lead. It's run up high. That way, if they're laying back on you, they gain on you in the corner by running uh, the longest line possible around the track. It's um, it's something you're going to see guys that know how to race super speedways do when they got the lead.
Yeah, good third place from you. Third place. Give us your opinion on that third place.
Oh, we'll take it, man. I'm disappointed. I thought the schedule was going to line up so I could run full time over here, but I don't think that's the case. But hats off to um, Tim and Casey for breaking apart and doing their own thing. And I wish them the best of luck. They got a good group of guys over here, and they're good leaders. And I know they've got good team members around them to help lead. Um, yeah, I mean we'll take it. I'll be honest with you, I despise super speedway racing, so I was able to win. Ward actually pushed me to a victory the other night in a different league, and come home third and finish in the top. I think 5 or 6 in both stages. That's we'll take it.
That's going to be from your third place finisher here today. Stout Whiskey with a great run in that number 12. We're going to wish you good luck for the rest of the season. If you're, I know you're going to be part time, but we're going to wish you rest of good luck here throughout your starts throughout this series. Thank you for racing the first ever race here in the Red Hot Racing League.
Absolutely, thank you, here, Just Cause.
No problem. Is now we're going to go to the second place finisher here, Captain, aka my buddy Damon Lear. Lear, you got copy, you got your eye include.
Yeah, man, I got you.
Big win there. Big second place, but toasted with a big win. Tell me, what was your plan going through your mind of seeing how you can get to the 24 and how it was either you can get to the 24 and pass them or help the 12?
Honestly, both of those guys are really good friends of mine. I got respect for both of them. Stout being such a respected person through the community, being such a wonderful restrictor plate driver, plate track driver. So I knew what he did was going to be kind of smart. So I kind of sat back and watched him for 20 laps, stayed about 2-3 car lengths off the back with just watching him, see what he was doing. I had the 16 behind me. He never made a move on me, which kind of really did end up helping me in the longer run. But when it came down to the final 3 or 4 laps, if he were to step out, I was willing to go with him. But he decided to step out coming off turn 4, and that double zero had got a good run, and he was pushing the 12, the 24 was trying to block him, and I saw him opening. I was going probably around 210, 215 coming off turn 4. I was booking it. Them good years are singing. But whenever I got to the line, just couldn't really do anything. He went up the block. I saw opening. I got to his quarter panel, but by then too late. If it was Talladega, outcome might have been a little different, but we're at the 500.
Yeah, big issues up front early on. You kept getting shuffled out of that main pack and kept getting out either by yourself or with other packs. Tell me, what was that frustration? Did you have any frustration early on with that?
Oh man, I feel like Bush wanting to park the car. I weren't too happy with a few people, but at the same time, people make mistakes. Excuse me. But stage one, just kind of like a dang, that sucks incident. But that stage two, man, I got pinned up against the wall, and I mean I got pinned up hard. I had a good bit of damage on the number 2 discount Ford Mustang, but overcome that, stayed on the lead lap, got a group about 6 cars, and restarted I think 13th in the final stage, and stayed out of trouble to the point where I could find my way up there. And once I got up there, I didn't move. I kind of upset with the second place finish because I know I could do better, but got that number 2 discount Ford Mustang and a podium, so can't complain too much about that.
Okay. Anything else you want to say before we head to your winner?
I want to say good job, Toasted. That was really fun battling with you, Stout. Had fun with you as well. Thank you to the guys who have putting this on. It has been a while since I've got behind a custom setup car. So it feels good to get behind. Won the stage last night in the Xfinity Series. Ran up front, got second tonight. So if that doesn't tell you that I left off if I came back where I left off, I don't know what does. So I'm looking forward to it. Got a few good tracks coming up with Chicago and Richmond. Those are 2 of my favorite tracks going to. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good luck to you for the rest of the season. That is, and thank you for
Alex.
racing the first race ever of the Cup Series here for the Red Hot Racing League. Good second place finish here for your second place finisher, Captain. Now we're going to go on to your winner, the guy who won it all. Toasted Gamers, Toasted. You got copy. You got your eye included.
Yes, sir, I do.
What a win. Go take us through your mind there, the final 5 laps of determining how you were going to win this race.
Well, honestly, I kept on seeing the 12 and the 2 laying back, so I knew they were making runs, so I would go up high and try and negate their draft, and a few times, especially with the 5 and the 00, and about the final closing 3 laps, I would drag them up to be side by side. That way they were kind of pinned to push me. That was trying to be my plan, is just to get some people to pin them down almost, and keep them there. But whew, that was probably the most nervous I've been at the end of a race. I'll be honest. I was focusing so much to keep it off the apron and not try and wreck Stout or any of them either, because that's the last thing I want to do is wreck anyone for trying to win a race or stuff. That's what no one wants to do. But yeah, it was very intense coming to the checkered there, but luckily we were able to manipulate the draft with how the game works a bit, and end out on top there.
Yeah, good on top. Going through your mind, you kept being in that front pack there, staying out of the trouble, working with Casey. How good would you say the 6 was during that race if he didn't get knocked out, or everybody that you were working with? As I saw your help, the 88 who was helping you for most of that race also got knocked out. So what was going through your mind when you didn't have them?
It was definitely a different mindset. I had to think a lot differently with the moves I had to make and stuff, because I didn't have people behind me that I knew would go with me. It took a while for me to even find someone, and I kind of fell all the way to the back of the pack, making a run. But I was luckily able to lock up with the 5 of Drew LMAO, and me and him both went from the very back of the pack to first and second somehow. But just lucky in that scenario in general. But yeah, it took a while to kind of plan out who I could work with, because most of the people that were up there hadn't even been up front the first 2 stages at all, so it was just a little bit tricky. But once I kind of figured out who my enemies were, who my friends were, we were able to make a push for the front, and managed to stay up there all race.
Yeah. Any final words you want to say?
Once again, I just want to thank all the admins for putting this together. They done a great job all weekend long administrating all this and stuff. Thanks to Stout and Damon for racing me clean there to the finish. Thanks to Drew for giving me one heck of a push, and thanks to everyone watching and supporting the stream. I really appreciate that from all of y'all.
Okay, well, thank you, Toasted. Your winner here today of the inaugural race here on the Red Hot Racing League here. Toasted as Harvick. Give us your final thoughts on this race here today. It's the first ever Red Hot Racing League race.
Man, it was great. We had great racing. Only 2 cautions. Big change from the other 2 races we had this weekend. It was a great change. Obviously, should have had a couple more. Again, I've said that about 1,000 times. And I feel bad for the drivers that got caught up in those that should have been cautions, and thus, ultimately, especially stage 3, they're pretty much ruined their chances to win the race. I definitely don't ever want to see those types of things happen, but all in all, really clean race. Only 3 or 2 cautions for incident the entire time. We had probably 5 incidents in total over the course of 100 laps. 2 great finishes. Stage 2 finish was awesome. Stage 3 was awesome. Stage 1 was pretty good as well. And side-by-side racing was definitely relevant tonight. It was. I mean, we saw it. We saw guys making that middle line work. That's how Toasted ended up actually getting up towards the front. Him and Drew worked together, got up there. So, all in all, amazing racing tonight. I was extremely enjoying what I was watching, and if you guys liked that, you're gonna like what's coming for this league, because you're gonna get more of that racing, I promise. Also, again, I want to shout out, all the admins that have done so much behind-the-scenes work to get all this kicked off. It's been a great first weekend of the league. I couldn't have asked personally for a better weekend. I know we had a couple bumps along the way in the first first races of the weekend, but you know what? That happens. A lot of guys are racing around each other for the first time, so I know all of us are really happy with how this weekend has gone. And thank all of you watching tonight for your support. Again, I can't stress enough, it means a lot to not only me and Alex, but to everybody behind the scenes, to the drivers that are putting on the show, to know that people want to come out and watch this stuff. So thank all of you guys. I know Rock's probably out there somewhere. Rock, you're awesome, dude. We say it every time, but we're going to continue to say it every time. You're awesome. You're everywhere. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. And again, too, if you want to keep an eye on this, we will be racing next weekend. Trucks Friday night, 10 o'clock. That will be on Gavin's Twitch, where the Truck and Xfinity races were this weekend. And then Alex will be back up here on Sunday for Chicago. And I will not be here next weekend, but I will be back at Richmond. So I can't wait. I will try to watch what I can, and extremely excited for what we have in store in the future for this upcoming season.
Yeah, it's going to wrap up a great race, the inaugural race of the Red Hot Racing League. Thanks to all of the admins that are letting me commentate this season. I'm going to be racing Xfinity and trucks, so it's going to be pretty good season. Hopefully a good season for me. I didn't have a good Daytona, I'll tell you that much. But I'm just happy to be commentating. So I'm going to thank all the admins once again, and thank all the drivers tonight who have raced. They raced well. They raced their hearts out. We only had a limited amount of cautions, and even if some of the cautions that we didn't get called were going to get called, we would still had a low amount of cautions. So thank you to all the drivers that raced. Thank you to all of you guys that are watching. I'm Just Cause. We'll see y'all next Sunday for Chicagoland.